Alright everybody, welcome to Physics Gaming. Today we're going to be doing a tier list of the SNKRX Items. Last time we went over the classes, this time we're going to be looking at the items. Each of these items you get, I think it's like tier 3, 6, 9, 12, etc. Basically every 3 levels. So let's just jump on into it. I don't know how this one got a little out of order, but I think this is Reinforce, if I'm correct. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's Reinforce here. And this is 10% damage, defense, and attack speed to all allies with at least 1 enchanter. I'm gonna probably put it at about a B. Pretty good, not great. I'm gonna be going kind of quick through some of these. If I really want to, I'll probably give a little bit more explanation, but there's a lot of items, as you can see, so we're gonna be trying to knock them out. Up first, we got Amplify. This is a 25% AoE damage. I'll put it about a B as well. Pretty good, not amazing, but I would usually pick that up, especially if I have something like nukers or mages or sorcerers. Amplify X, basically anything with an X, I'm probably just gonna put it at an S tier. It's just infinitely better. I wouldn't, maybe not infinitely, but at least twice as good. Assassination, crits deal 8x damage, but normal attacks deal 50%. I mean, if you have 6 rogues, it's probably really good, but otherwise it's kind of meh. I don't really like the idea of gimping most of my attacks to have a few attacks do really well. I guess since a lot of the rogue attacks chain, I think if you hit a crit on the first hit, everyone else is a crit. I could be wrong, someone let me know in the comments if I am. But in that case, it's probably better. If that's not true, I'd leave it at about C though. We got Awakening, 1 major sorcerer gets an extra 100% attack speed. I'm going to put that at an A, because that can carry you if the right mage or sorcerer gets it. Like if you give it to your Elementor, it'll just wipe the screen every, 4 or 5 seconds, and you'll basically beat that round for free. But if you give it to the wrong guy, like if you give it to, I think he's like a spell major, you know, whatever, the guy who throws the knife in the circle, pretty trash. Not that great, honestly. Next up we got Ballista. Rangers and Rogues do 25% damage. I think I'll probably drop that at a B tier alongside Amplify. And Ballista X, obviously S tier as well. If you get Ballista X, you should probably just switch over to getting only Rogues or only Rangers at that point. It's just, you know, why bother getting anything else? Regular Ballista, I wouldn't really change everything for it. I might get maybe 1 set of Rogues or 1 set of Rangers. I don't know if I would go too crazy though. Berserking, additional attack speed for warriors based on missing HP. I might put that at like a C. I mean, personally I don't use warriors super often, so maybe it's better than what I'm giving it here. But I feel like if I have to be low HP to be able to get it to work, then it's just not that great. I mean, 50% attack speed is pretty good if we're missing a lot of HP. But usually if I'm running warriors, I probably have some healers, so I'm not going to be getting a ton of use out of this then. I don't know. Blessing, 20% healing effectiveness. I'm probably putting that like a D or an F. Maybe I'm just going to drop it at D for now. It just doesn't seem worth it. If you want healing effectiveness, just get 2 healers. I mean, that's just kind of how I would think about it. I'd rather have an item that does something else, you know? I can't get an item that gives rangers or not an item I should say, I can't get a class benefit that gives my rangers or rogues 25% damage. If I just get 2 healers, I get 20% more healing anyway. And it's not like I need healing super often, but again, I'm pretty biased against healers personally, so eh. Blunt arrow, 20% chance for knockback on a ranger arrow. Not great, really. I mean, it's pretty good. It's probably somewhere between C and D here, so I'll probably just drop it at a C for now. I mean, knockback is nice. You can kind of save yourself a little bit, but I don't know. I like the piercing attack for the rangers, and I don't really feel like the knockback helps them hit multiple units. I don't know. Call of the Void, 25% damage over time. I'll probably put that at a B. If you saw my classes one, that might kind of shock you since I put Voiders pretty down low. But if you get 1, like if you have the Usurer so that you can get the Merchant bonus, then this item pretty good. Otherwise, not the best. I feel like it applies to some things that it probably shouldn't apply to, which is why I'm putting it here, like the Pyromancer, the Cryomancer, the witch, all that kind of stuff. They're still considered damage over time, so they get a benefit, but you're not really forced into getting a lot of voiders. Centipede, 20% movement, S tier. Big ups, dude. The faster you can move, the more you can dodge, the better you can play. Chronomancy, all mages and sorcerers cast 25% faster, another S tier easily. If you can get that and the one that does 100% for one of them, easy game, easy game. Putting it on your sorcerers particularly so that they can get that extra attack off every 4 or 3 or 2 attacks. Woo! They're going to be clearing the screen. You don't have any problems at that point. What's up next? We got Crucio. Taking damage shares it to all enemies at 25% of its value. So this one, the wording kind of gets me. I don't know, do I, like if I take 100 damage, do I deal 25 damage to every enemy? Or is it if I take 100 damage and there's 25 enemies, I deal 1 damage to each? Because that definitely changes it. The enemies have a good amount of health, so I'm not really, trying to run into things to take damage so that I can deal damage to them. So I'm going to leave it maybe at a D for now, not quite F. Divine arrows, or machine arrows. Arrows fired by rangers have a 40% chance to seek enemies and pierce 4 times. Yeah, that's going in S2. Yeah, I mean, like I said, rangers pretty overpowered in my opinion, so anything that buffs them is probably pretty good. Divine punishment, deal 10x damage to all enemies where X is the number of mages and sorcerers you have. I mean, S or A. I might put it in A. I don't know what the period is. I assume it's pretty frequent, but yeah, good item. Good item. Would definitely pick it up. Echo Barrage, 20% chance to create 3 secondary AoEs. A tier easily. Just any unit that makes any AoE doing basically triple damage. Yes, I'll definitely take that. The only problem is you have to hit with it, so for some warriors it's not great, but for like mages and sorcerers it's incredible. Explosive arrow, arrows fired by rangers, 30% chance to explode, dealing an extra AoE damage. Probably put that at A tier, I think. You can see anything that's ranger or rogue focused is ending up here pretty often, so I don't know, not much more to say to that. Flying daggers, knives thrown by rogues, chain 2 more times. Yeah, S tier. Again, rangers, rogues, overpowered, getting them more damage, great. Force push, 20% knockback force, probably putting that at like C or D. I'll drop it at C for now. Pretty good. I haven't really seen it carry me before in the times I've picked it up, like it's alright. I haven't really had a lot of forcers when I picked it up. It's more like, oh, I just need to get things further away from me, so this is good. I don't know. I think if you got it and this at the same time, they would both go up a level, but you can't guarantee that you're getting both of them. So I'm gonna drop heavy impact right next to it. I feel like if you have a lot of forcers and you get one of these, you're pretty set. I just haven't personally done a run like that, so I haven't seen it work out super well. Next we got Hexmaster, extra curse duration. Probably gonna put that maybe at a D. I don't know. A lot of the curses that I pick up, like Silencer, that one pretty good with it, but something like the Usurer already does infinite. The curse duration doesn't matter, it's already forever. It does kind of help a little bit with Jester, so you can get off some more knife explosions, but I don't know. This is my opinion, I guess. The Hive, 2 extra critter health, I'm putting that way up here at A tier. I think critters are very good, and yeah, giving them some extra health, deal some more damage, what's not to like? Immolation, this, I don't know, it's good and bad. I'm gonna have to put it at maybe B, maybe A. It's like having enchanters for free, but you do have to take damage for it. If you can beat a level before that 8% damage tick kills your units, then it's incredible, but it could pick your big carry damage guy and he'll die, and then you're kind of forced to very slowly grind out the level. So, Intimidation, enemies have 20% less max HP. Definitely A tier. That's just a huge buff. No reason not to pick that one up, honestly. It's a pretty safe bet. Long shot, projectiles deal 100% damage far away and 50% less close up. I'm going to put it at C. And I'm going to go ahead and put point blank at the same spot because it's very situational. It's not great, it's not bad, really depends. Let's see, what do we got next? The Oroboros Technique L. F. Same thing with this guy. Like, it's alright. I don't know, if you're all warriors, maybe the L one goes up a tier, but other than that, the R one is the same. It's like, if you're just gonna sit still, you're taking free damage, it's not helping a whole lot. I don't know how this guy is here. I picked up these icons from the game files, and I don't see this one used in the game, so I don't know if it's an item that's been removed or an item that's coming up in the future, but whatever Magnify is, I'll just drop it down here because I haven't seen it. Let's see, what's this one here? Payback, 5% damage to all allies whenever an enchanter is hit. I'm gonna put it at probably a B. I don't know, I don't really have a whole lot to say about that one. Extra damage is extra damage, but I don't want my enchanters to die, so eh. What do we got here? Resonance. All AoE attacks deal 5% damage per unit hit. So I'm gonna put that maybe at a B tier as well, where if you have a whole lot of AoE guys and you can keep enemies grouped up, that's great. Like if you have a Sage or a Psykino, then this item is incredible. But if you have like just a Witch and maybe a Swordsman, then it's like, it's alright. It's not gonna be life-changing, but it's definitely good. Spawning pool, 1 critter health. Probably put that up there, probably B tier as well. I feel like a lot of the critter items end up at this level just because I feel like the critters are really good. Temporal Chains, enemies move 20% slower, S tier. It's basically the same thing as Centipede. If you get both of them, you're going to be a very fast boy. Ultimatum, any projectiles that chain deal 25% extra damage with each chain. So I'm going to probably put that at around A or B. It's kind of situational, so I'll probably put it at B. You have to have rogues for it to work. But if you get this and like flying daggers, then it's great. And you basically are gonna win. Maybe I'll put it up to A actually, just because I think rogues are that good. Unleash, +1 area size and damage per second. I'm gonna put that at probably C. It's good. It's not amazing. If you can wait out a while, then it'll really help you carry. But if you're not gonna survive too long, then eh. Unwavering stance, warriors gain 5% defense every 5 seconds. I'm probably saying D tier. I mean, the warriors are already so tanky. It just kind of makes the game a little turtly. I don't know, I could be wrong here, but it just seems like meh, you know? Void Rift, attacks by mages, nukers, and voiders have a 20% damage to create a Void Rift on hit. I'm probably putting that at A. It's just free damage, you know, why wouldn't I want it? Speaking of vulnerability, enemies take 20% extra damage. Yeah, that's a S tier for me. It's basically the same as Intimidate, but because we're adding damage, it feels like I can get more out of it, if that makes sense. I don't know if this is exactly how it works, but let's say I have this item where enemies take 20% extra damage, and then I have, you know, some other bonus that's up here where I'm dealing an extra, say, 50% with AoE. So now it's 50% on top of 20%. Instead of just enemies lose a flat 20% HP and I deal 50% more. So it feels like it comes out more. I could be wrong. Wall Echo, hitting a wall has a 34% chance of releasing 2 projectiles. That's a F. Same with Wall Rider. That's a F. Whispers of Doom, curses apply doom, and at 4 stacks they deal 200 damage. Maybe a D, maybe a C. I'm gonna go with D for now. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys think. If you think I royally messed up, let me know in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that dislike if you didn't. Feel free to hit subscribe to see some more SNKRX gameplay coming up, as well as a bunch of other games. Peace.